Fascinating.
Nos anos 80, ela apareceu com um visual diferente, fez incríveis sucessos, vendeu milhões de discos e hoje está ligada ao blues. Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi, it's a pleasure. Welcome. It's the first time here in our TV show.
Yeah.
Yes?
It's cool. It's very cool.
Oh, thank you. Cyndi, você teve vários visuais. E a gente vai ver alguns deles agora. Eu queria que você comentasse um pouco cada vez que aparecer um deles.
Ok.
Ok? Então vamos lá ver, por favor.
Oh, that was so much fun. My stylist told me she had a career in spite of me, but no, that we put together, that was money. That dress is backwards, that shirt is backwards, and this was kind of like a tie-dyed T-shirt we ripped up to make a more African look. This was the see-through dress with the dark undergarments. It kind of painted my hair. Oh, this was more simple, more 20s. The Charlie Chan suit. This was half full of stars. Oh, this, yeah, well, this was the first one. That was my favorite hair color, the yellow one.
Oh, yes?
I like yellow. And the one that looks like fire. And that was a black on black look that I got out. There's a very famous Katharine Hepburn picture, and I took it from there. And
what's the name of this picture?
The picture, it's from a book called The Image Makers. I always research the looks. The one on the right, when I redid Hey Now, that was more Fellini-esque and Clockwork Orange-y. I made sure that the eye makeup was reminiscent of the 20s, but also reminiscent of the Clockwork Orange, the 60s things.
Okay,
and every
so Kubrick,
decade,
yes?
yeah, every decade they take from different decades. For instance, the 60s kind of took from the 20s, the 70s kind of took from the 30s, and the 80s took from the 50s. You know, so everything, and the 90s went back to the 70s again. And we always kind of recycle fashion. And I love fashion history, and I love color, and the lack of color. It depends on what you want to evoke from the image. It's always a painting, you know.
Ótimo. We love you, Cyndi Lauper. Can you sit, please? Thank you, band. Oh, lá, lá. Arrebentando aí. Vamos fazer... Quem é a sua pergunta? Cyndi, por favor. It's for you,
Yeah,
Cyndi.
that's me. Okay.
The first question for the audience.
Oi, Cyndi. Eu queria falar primeiro que, assim, eu tenho 16 anos e eu cresci escutando as suas músicas. Eu e muitas pessoas estão aqui. A gente gosta muito do seu trabalho. Desde criança, assim, eu já cantava que nem um louco. Então, eu queria saber como é que você se sente sabendo que você influenciou pessoas não só da sua época, como de gerações posteriores e tal.
Well, as long as I didn't mess things up for you, it's good, you know. But, you know, when I was growing up listening to music, music is always handed down, generation to generation. I brought Lala here today. I'm very thrilled to have her. She's from Brazil.
Yes. Lan Lan.
And Lala. Lan Lan.
Lan Lan.
Lan Lan. I know. She told me to call her Lala. Anyway, but she brought the carnival drum because we wanted to celebrate the spirit of Brazil and carnival and music. And music will always be handed down from generation to generation, no matter what. And that's important. And when I listened to music, it was from older, you know, music. And it's one of those things. It's a tradition. So I'm grateful and I'm humbled and I hope I didn't mess up your life. That's all.
Eu que agradeço.
Antes de uma pergunta para o Bruno, eu queria...
Yeah.
Can we make some questions?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Uma pergunta para a Cyndi. Eu queria que você falasse um pouco sobre essa geração nova de cantoras pop. Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Jessie J. Sei que você já trabalhou com a Lady Gaga.
Nicki Minaj.
Exato.
Yeah.
O que você acha dessas cantoras e se você acha que a música delas vai sobreviver ao tempo como a sua sobreviveu e sobrevive até hoje?
Well, let me just make it perfectly clear. I was told from day one that I was supposed to be making disposable music. And from day one, I said, not in my lifetime. Because it takes a lifetime to develop what it is you've come to say at first, you know? And then, you know, the trick is you think that once you have a hit record, it's like, that's it. It's almost like, you know, like the honeymoon is like Ralph Cramden. You know, we're rich. That's it. But, you know, then you pay your taxes and you're not so rich. But, you know, it's the thing is that time will tell, and you just have to be stubborn, and you have to say, you allowed to curse on this show?
Curse?
Yeah, it's in English, so they know
Yeah,
what.
sounds
So you just have to say, you know, F you know, and that was a gentle way. And go on with your work. What, you can't get a word in edgewise. I'm sorry. You know, it's not disposable. Time will tell. There are great artists. There are people doing great things. Yes, I influence them. They influence me. And as it should be, every artist stands in their spot in the world, looks out, and is influenced and writes down the time that they live. And that's what art is supposed to be. And music.
Yes.